we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you a special presentation of
Two Nerds, a Podcast. Your home for everything movies, music, video games, and everything in between. With your hosts, Bundy the Bruiser, and Dynamite Jared Latching.
How's it going, everyone? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, everyone joining in for the elite podcast on the internet, Two Nerds, a Podcast. I am Bundy. Sleepy.
Dynamite Jared.
Dynamite Jared.
Dynamite Jared. The smooth jazz version.
The smooth jazz version.
Yeah.
Before we go ahead and get rolling this week, just wanted to give a quick plug. I was a guest on a recent podcast to plug our podcast.
Whoa.
It's called Life Unscripted with Amy K. Clark. It's on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, wherever you want to listen to podcasts.
So it's a real fucking podcast.
Well, she's newer than us, but she pays. We opted not to pay any money.
That's right.
So we're on YouTube.
You should pay us. And YouTube is not paying us.
Yes.
Have we cussed yet this episode?
No.
All right.
That's why I said boys and girls around the world.
Monetization. Let's go.
We can't. We're not.
Oh, yeah. We're not big enough.
We're done.
Well, fuck. All right. So, this podcast.
Yes, I was on the podcast. It came out on Wednesday. So it's her most recent episode. Talked about our show, talked about Lost on VHS, talked about wrestling and how she doesn't like it.
Whoa.
And, yeah. And
all right, let's get down to the nitty gritty because we don't want to steer our fan the wrong way.
Yeah.
Is the podcast good?
Well, I mean, I'm on it, so.
Oh.
If you like this podcast, I mean, it's basically. I mean, I didn't act any differently than I do on this show.
So what, you went with the Bundy the Bruiser on there too?
No, I told her, I was like, like on our show, like we even have our own nicknames, like Bundy the Bruiser and Dynamite Jared. And then I was like, you need a nickname. And I didn't do that. No. So I told her she has to come up with a nickname because she wants to come on our show in October.
Oh, yeah, you gotta have the nickname ready.
Because I told her Cocktober is a thing, and she's very intrigued.
Oh.
So.
As most women are.
Yes.
Most heterosexual women are intrigued with the idea of Cocktober.
Yes. But yeah, that's about all the housekeeping I've got today.
And all the housekeeping that I have is actual housekeeping.
And putting a diaper on a dog.
That's right.
Did you care to elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, I'm watching my brother's dog right now, and she's in season, as they like to say for dogs. And when dogs are in season, they bleed.
Oh, okay.
They bleed all over the place.
I was unaware.
Plus, she's also still a puppy, so she does have accidents if I don't put a diaper on her. So I'm killing like 3 birds with 1 stone by throwing a diaper on this fucking dog that is just a nightmare at times. So that's all I have to say about that. Also, I'm very hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, this week, what do you want to talk about, man? I've got a couple things to say, but I don't know
to say.
Well, I figured we'd play a little game this week.
Oh, okay.
A little throwback.
All right, games are fun.
But if you had anything to discuss beforehand,
I'll start off with something pretty serious, but hopefully we can make it not serious.
Okay.
And that's gonna sound insensitive when I talk about what it is, but
I know you're always going after these controversial topics.
Well, this one has something to do with us for once.
Okay.
And so there's been a lot of school shootings lately.
Yeah.
You're a substitute teacher. I know your life is at risk every day.
Sure. Yeah.
One day some kid's gonna... Never mind. Anyways, in light of these school shootings now, as a way to kind of deflect the blame off of gun control laws, Donald Trump has proposed a ratings system.
What? Are you serious?
I almost started laughing. I didn't read the actual article, which is like sin number one. But according to the article title that I saw, is that Donald Trump has proposed a rating system for...
Oh, I think I did see this.
For violent
films.
For violent films and video games and TV, basically violent media. He's proposed a rating system that is already in place for these forms of media. Yeah. I don't know if he was recommending changes to it or not. I don't know what the changes could possibly be, because anytime that a movie or a video game comes out and it's violent,
it tells you.
It's like, bam, M or R rating. There you go. Like, and then it'll be like violence, nudity, language. You know what I mean? So the rating system's already in place. But now, much like everything else that Donald Trump says, this has become a subject of big debate amongst the American community. And so now we have like all these fucking hillbilly NRA gun nuts and stuff. I shared one on my Facebook page last night, you know, kind of like, oh, this is the real problem. And it's screenshots of video games with a bunch of blood and dead bodies everywhere, and like GTA. And then there's like a picture of these two kids playing games, and they were all kind of got the angry look on their face because they're probably playing 2K and it was a fierce game.
Well, if they're leaning like that, they're probably playing like Mario Kart or something.
Oh yeah, well, it was PlayStation controllers.
Oh, okay. Well then,
that they had in their hand. Like that's attention to detail that some people don't have. Yeah. So, anyways, your thoughts on
on Donald Trump's rating system?
Well, no, Donald. I mean, if you want to talk about Donald Trump's rating system, you can. But I don't know much about it. I just saw the article and kind of laughed and kept scrolling.
Here's the thing. There's no way he's as big of an idiot as he lets on. He's doing it to grab the headlines. Like, there's no way. I don't know.
There's no way?
There's no way.
There's no way. Buddy voted for Trump.
Or, no, I didn't. No. Or
I voted for him, guys. He's not an idiot.
Or it was just a slip of the tongue and he meant to say, like, changes of it.
And then in the article they used the great picture of him like at a table as if he's at some like great business meeting or something, like discussing this in depth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, have you heard that like basically like in his administration, it's basically like babysitting, and they have all their important meetings or whatever, and they keep him distracted until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Then they tell him about everything in like a half hour, and then that's it.
That's great.
And like he doesn't even like show up
like if
until like 11 a.m.
That's
something.
like if I were president. Yeah. That's like how it would go.
Just give him like a
Except I feel like my policies wouldn't be as stupid.
Yeah.
Or my proposals wouldn't be as stupid.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's the Donald Trump rating system. But what do you think about, because this has been a subject of debate several times before.
Yeah.
And it's always kind of come back to it's not the problem. At least not in my opinion. What do you think?
What's not the problem?
Violent video games.
No, that's not the problem at all. No.
Mental illness. Mental illness is the problem.
Yes. Because obviously we have played violent video games.
It's all perception.
Yeah.
It's all perception, and so like someone with mental illness would maybe perceive it. No sane child or person is going to play a violent video game and then be like, let's go do this in real life. I know so many people, I would say 99% of people play GTA 5. Never fucking thought about going out and killing cops and getting hookers. Maybe getting hookers, but not going out and killing cops. Yeah. So, anyways, that's what's going on in the world.
How do you feel about this whole giving teachers guns thing.
I think that's stupid.
That's our friend.
I thought you'd be in agreement with that. I thought you
Hey,
wanted to bring your fucking AR-16 into the classroom.
Question: how much more money are they paying me if I gotta bring a gun?
Here's the thing with it would work probably is if it wasn't a concealed carry, if the teacher gets an assault weapon, you know what I mean? And he comes into the class on the first day and smacks his fucking AK-47 down on the desk, and he's like, "Now, if any of you motherfuckers thinks about coming in here shooting up the school, I'm blowing your ass away.
Yeah.
So let's fucking throw that trash right out the window right now." And then that's the fear factor right there.
Yeah.
I think it's stupid. I was under the impression that most schools had an armed officer there every day.
Most of them do. The issue with this shooting in Florida was the armed person did not go inside when this happened. He either freaked out or was unprepared, or regardless, he did not act when this happened.
The armed officer?
Yeah.
So he didn't go inside.
Correct.
So what difference does it make with a teacher?
Because if an armed officer doesn't have, I don't know, lack of a better word, the balls or
The machismo.
yeah, to go and shoot this kid, like a teacher isn't.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's my point that I was
Yeah.
going to next.
Yeah.
I think that an officer would be way more likely to fucking snipe out a kid than a fucking teacher who knows the kid personally, who's been teaching the kid every day, and actually has a relationship with the kid most likely. So, I mean, I would be more hesitant as a teacher to shoot someone that I know personally than as an officer of the law.
Well, not even knowing them personally. Like, if it's just a random guy that comes in off the street and tries shooting up the school, like, a teacher isn't likely.
Secondly, since when do officers have problems shooting people? Now we have problems shooting people?
I
Just
guess.
last year, they were just shooting people for fucking shits and giggles. Oh, wait, he wasn't black. He wasn't black. Son of a bitch. If we had more black kids shooting up schools, it wouldn't be an issue at all. Cops would be there fucking 2 seconds before he even pulls the gun out, fucking bullet in his head.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
But yeah, fixing guns with more guns is fucking stupid. I think our friend Aldel Pryor put it best. He said, using guns, I'm forgetting the exact tweet, but it's like, using guns to fix guns is like that scene in Talladega Nights when Ricky Bobby gets stabbed with a knife and they try to get it out with another knife.
Damn, that's perfect. And I mean, I'm thinking right now, like, okay, teacher has a concealed carry. That you're introducing a gun right there into the classroom. More opportunity for a kid maybe even to try and take the fucking gun from the teacher. He doesn't even need to bring it from home
like,
right
more
now.
guns aren't the issue.
So, I mean, you're not even... I mean, even if he can't get it away from the teacher, now you got this fucking situation where the kid's trying to get it away from the teacher, and you got the stupid-ass kid... Or now you got the teacher fucking holding the kid at gunpoint like, "Hey, you don't touch my gun, you son of a bitch." I mean, even that, what if you got an unstable teacher? This is possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now the teacher already has a fucking gun on him. And maybe one day this kid in high school is fucking starting too much shit. You know what I mean? He's being fucking terrible. And now the teacher, who's a fucking asshole anyways, pulls his fucking gun. Oh, you're going to be an asshole now? You don't fucking want that shit.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, man. So, I mean, that's just a bad idea. And I'm not even like a total anti-Second Amendment kind of guy, but giving teachers guns to bring into the school, that's... Come on, man. That's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's our... gun talk, I guess.
Yeah. Our politics of the week.
Yeah. Should we play a game?
Yeah, let's play a game.
Okay, so we're bringing it back by popular demand. Oh, before we get into this, we've been somewhat neglectful.
God, I'm hungry.
We've been somewhat neglectful to our viewers out there. And No Star Reviews left a hell of a comment on our last video. And
I read a comment on the last video.
If you remember correctly, in our last episode we were talking about James Hetfield speaking in song lyrics, and he pointed out one of the most obvious ones that we did not think of.
It's true. I don't remember it, but I remember reading it and like, damn, how did we not do that one?
Let me set the scene for you guys. James Hetfield arrests Ted Bundy.
That's right. Or Al Bundy.
It's been a hell of a chase. They know what he's done. Unforgivable things this man has done. Puts him in the handcuffs, shoves him in the back of the cop car. I dub thee unforgiven, slams the door.
And I dub thee unforgiven. Yeah. All right. So that was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I blame you.
But I'll give you one. If say Ted Bundy has a somewhat accomplice,
Or Al Bundy.
if he has an accomplice in this movie, James Hetfield can be like Unforgiven too.
That's right. That's right. God. That song was not good.
I think it's better than Unforgiven 3.
I never listened to Unforgiven 3.
I prefer 2 to 3, I think.
I prefer 2 to just about everything else on Reload,
Yeah.
if that's anything.
Okay.
It's the best song on Reload for whatever that's worth.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, we're going to play a game. We're bringing it back. We did it earlier this season. We're talking about who did it better.
Oh, all right. I love this game.
And if you have a couple you want to throw in the mix, because I think I only have...
This is getting sprung upon me, and last time I was prepped. I'm not prepped
Yeah.
this time, so I have nothing.
And I only have 3. I thought of them about 20 minutes ago before we hit record, because I was like, we need something to do. I thought of 3 right off the top of my head, because 2 of them were relevant, and one of them kind of segues into the other.
Okay.
So, number 1, you saw this on Twitter today.
Yes.
There's been a recent DLC update for Super Mario Odyssey, which includes...
You better let me borrow that again.
Okay. Which includes a Luigi video game. A Luigi mini game. Not
Okay.
video game. It's obviously a video game. I don't know what it's about, but the key talking point is Luigi comes down on these balloons, and the balloons are in configuration with the Japanese Super Nintendo controller. So if you want to pull up the image there...
I mean, do I need to? I already saw it.
Well, what are the... I was going to try to...
Oh, okay.
Because off the top of my head. So it's red, blue, green, and yellow for the buttons.
Okay.
So to Japanese fans, it was a fairly quick, oh, that's the Super Nintendo controller. But us assholes here in America, our controller was two-toned with purple and gray. So someone on Twitter graciously photoshopped an image of Waluigi coming down with balloons in configuration with our controller. So Jared, I ask you, theoretically, if this Luigi minigame were to actually exist, who did it better, America or Japan?
I think that in the American version of the DLC, it should be Waluigi coming down because he is a true
American hero.
American hero in this respect, and he deserves more respect. I'm gonna have to go. I think that the answer is obvious here. It's Waluigi.
Yeah,
Waluigi did it better.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's even touching the ground already with one foot right there. Luigi's still afloat. He's still on his way down. He's coming down pretty slow. Waluigi, I'm down.
He's already there.
Yeah! Waluigi number 1. All right, so Waluigi did it better. No question.
No question at all.
No question.
So you're siding with the USA in this scenario.
USA.
Our next two
You're not
topics.
gonna join?
No, I'm not trying to peek out. I'm trying to keep this show afloat. We're trying to keep it moving here.
I think you're breaking the law because I think that in the United States, when someone chants USA, like you have to join in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Well, that's fine.
That's like the 28th, the 45th
Amendment.
Yeah, 45th Amendment.
So we're siding with the USA for Waluigi did it better than Luigi. So I'm wondering if you side.
I don't typically side with the U.S. against Japan.
Okay, well, we'll see if you do with this one because this is the U.S. versus Japan.
Okay.
We may have talked about this on a podcast.
Godzilla's better in Japan.
Well, I was speaking specifically with Shin Godzilla or Godzilla 2014. Because I'm going to say this is a little bit closer of a debate than the entire Godzilla spectrum.
I would say that in this case, and it's so fucking rare, But America actually did Godzilla better than Japan did Godzilla. Is that even possible?
I think it's possible because the American version, I don't know, because both of them bullshitted around, if we're being honest. Because the American version, you'd see Godzilla for like 2 seconds, it would cut away. Barely any of the fights were on screen. It was all like on a TV in the background or something. Like you didn't really see anything. But this version, it teased you with Godzilla was there, but he was a slug, and then he was frozen.
Godzilla wasn't a slug. That's my thing. Secondly, like, I really like the take that he was kind of like a destructive protector of Earth. Like, so he was a fucking terror in his own right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see why humans would exactly really like Godzilla.
Right,
You
but
know what I mean?
he's a protector
But
of the
he
Earth's
still protects.
balance.
But he still protects the Earth.
Yeah.
And so when some
Not
fucking
necessarily-
fucked up monster comes, not exactly of people.
Yeah, not necessarily the protector of the people, but of the Earth itself.
He's like a necessary disaster.
Yeah.
So I like that because in the movie it's a perfect blend of superhero Godzilla and
The
fuck
destructive,
you,
yeah.
destroy everything Godzilla. It was a perfect blend of that, and I like that better. And it was just much less boring than Shin Godzilla was.
Yeah. And in Shin
The
Godzilla,
design of Shin Godzilla is better.
yeah, the design is better, and he had a lot of ridiculous powers. If you remember, he's like shooting lasers out of his spine and stuff, and his tails like shoots a giant laser.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that, but yeah, he was like completely ridiculous in that movie. The only thing I don't like about the Godzilla in that movie, besides him being a slug at the beginning, which I thought was really dumb, but the fact that they explain that he's essentially brain dead in the movie, but in the American one, obviously he has a conscience and some sort of intelligence and animal instinct.
I'm getting ready for in the sequel for him to like literally save like a little girl or something.
Yeah.
Like, she's falling from like a building and he's like, "Ugh," and grabs her and sets her down and like gives her a little kiss on the cheek and she's like, ah, like fucking freaks out and runs away. Godzilla, what do you think?
I'd say Godzilla 2014.
Okay.
Just for the fact it had more.
I'm ready for the sequel.
I'm ready
by
for
the-
the sequel too.
by
I'm
the
ready
way.
for Kong versus Godzilla too. I haven't seen Skull Island yet.
It was
But
fine.
It was fine.
It was fine. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any early?
The best part about it is the like, you know, the Marvel Cinematic Universe style like mid credits teaser thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Plus John Goodman's in it, and he's just been fantastic lately.
Recently, yeah. I also heard the soundtrack.
And Samuel L. Jackson's in it, and he's fantastic all the time.
I heard the soundtrack is like really good. And,
I
like,
don't remember the soundtrack.
Well, it's like all like Vietnam War esque stuff, like fucking Paranoid by Black Sabbath's in it, and like all like songs in that vein.
I don't remember any of that, but it was fun. It's fun. I would much rather present Kong again. He's presented as like a total protector of the island that he's on.
Yeah.
So, there's other creatures in this that he fights that are like trying to destroy the island and this tribe that's on the island, and he's like having none of it. I'd much rather have him presented as more of a menace. Godzilla's more of a menace than he is.
Yeah.
He's like a straight up like protector.
So, well, for this Kong versus Godzilla, it's essentially a face versus face match.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he's like a baby face versus a tweener.
yeah, because Godzilla kind of destroys everything.
He's like the Stone Cold, and
Kong's the Rock.
Kong's like more of like John Cena. I would argue that The Rock is kind of a tweener at times too.
Yeah.
He's not like a traditional. He's more of a traditional good guy than Stone Cold is, but it's Stone Cold. It's the matchup we all wanted. It's Stone Cold versus red and yellow Hulk Hogan.
Okay. Any early predictions on who's going over in Kong versus?
I'm putting over Godzilla based on what I've seen in the two movies. Godzilla, and I mean, I put over Godzilla and the original, but you know, that's not exactly how it worked out.
Well, they left it kind of ambiguous.
Yeah, but and I think that it's going to be a draw in this one. I think that they'll do a team up.
Yeah.
At the end of it, like, because I don't know. That's just fucking Ghidorah will come down or some shit.
You can only hope. I hope it would be like a nostalgic monster instead of like a new, like the Moo Tao or whatever the fuck.
It'll probably be a new monster that they'll have to team up against, because what in the next Godzilla isn't he fighting Ghidorah? And
I have no clue.
I'm pretty sure it's like Ghidorah and Mothra are
really
like confirmed for the
well,
next
now I'm
one.
excited for that one.
And maybe even Rodan, I'm not sure.
So how about, what if there's a swerve in it? Say it's King Kong, he's fighting Godzilla, then all of a sudden we hear there's like a tsunami going on, or like there's a big like giant tidal wave, and they look over in the ocean and there's Gamera.
Well, kaiju fans would probably freak the fuck out. I don't think that's ever going to happen. And outside of Japan. Maybe one day Toho and whatever studio in Japan does Gamera will come to an agreement.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, let's have our
let's
dudes
do
go.
this.
But I think that the problem there is how prideful everyone is in Japan.
Yeah.
And they don't want their fucking monster doing the job.
Yeah.
So, even though Gamera should definitely do the job. Do the job.
Well, they killed him off in the newest Gamera. It's like Gamera's son now.
Then you should definitely do the job. Even though Gamera's definitely probably the more acrobatic of the two.
Oh, for sure.
If you've seen
He's
swinging on the pole and everything.
It literally looks like a pencil. It looks like a pencil and it's a toy.
Yeah, but Godzilla does have that drop kick.
Yeah. Godzilla can slide on his tail.
Yeah.
Godzilla can
fly. He can fly.
He can with the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a tough matchup. I'm putting Godzilla over Gamera. I was thinking like the plot twist would be some like one of the worst like Godzilla monsters, like Jet Jaguar comes out.
Well, he's a hero.
Yeah,
he's
but in
he's
this,
on Godzilla's side.
He's been reprogrammed now, and now he's fucking.
Well, he's a guy in a suit, isn't he?
Fine, he's fucking got
evil.
Plans to conquer the earth now, and Jet Jaguar emerges.
I'm trying to. Who's someone evil that could kill the human version of Jet Jaguar and get in his suit and fuck shit up?
John Goodman.
John Goodman? Okay. I don't know if he'd fit in that suit.
I don't know if he's necessarily evil in Kong Skull Island, but he definitely sees things a little different than others at the end.
Okay.
If I recall correctly.
Okay, so here's another for who did it better. Well, let's talk about the Kong design just for a second. Kong 2005 or Kong Skull Island? Just the design.
Jeez, they're both giant fucking monkeys.
Well, in 2005, he walks like a monkey. He's like hunched over. In this one, he stands up and just like kind of like walks around. The 2005 is more ape-like, and this one is more human-like.
Isn't the original more human-like?
No, it walks like a monkey.
When? I always see it on its hind legs.
I'm pretty sure, at least like on the island portions, he's walking around like an ape. And part of that might have to do with the stop motion of it. But I know at least when he's like fighting the T-Rex and he's like on the island and stuff, I'm pretty sure he's walking around like a monkey. I'm not positive. It's been 10, 15 years since I've seen the original King Kong.
Yeah, it's been a long-ass time for me as well. Okay, that was Peter Jackson.
Look up like 1933.
Okay, let's see here. That's not it. Here he is, fighting the T-Rex on his hind legs, shoving a tree down his mouth.
I could be wrong, but
let's see here. And here he is, on his hind legs, fucking.
See, you're seeing him in action. You're not seeing him just like standing there. You're seeing him in battles.
I just saw one where he was just standing there, though. Right here.
Okay. Well, maybe he does. I must have been completely wrong. Maybe my memory wants me to think he was more ape-like than he is.
I mean, let's go to the. This is public domain.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
Jesus Christ.
If Kong was public domain, everyone would be making movies of Kong instead of just one every now and then.
Well, I mean...
It's owned by, like, the director of the original Son owns the rights to it, and he gives the rights to, like, Universal or whoever wants to make one of the movies.
Here we go, and we have to hear the jingle sessions first. So there's Peyton Manning.
More like the coverage that Nationwide offers. Oh, home, auto, life, farm, boat, pet, camper.
Interesting.
All right, here we go. So there's the T-Rex. Okay,
he's running like an ape.
He's running like a monkey. But here he goes. He's squaring up. Okay, so he kind of... I can't really tell what's going on right now. Oh, he's on his back. He's getting fucked up.
The business.
Okay. He's back up. You better swing on this T-Rex. There we go. There we go.
See, he's still hunched over. He's not standing completely upright all the time.
My view is obscured. All right. Okay. Oh, look at him walking backwards with no knuckles on the ground. Oh, the single leg takedown. Oh my God. This is thrilling, man.
Yeah.
So many years later, this is just absolutely thrilling. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's pissed off now. What's up? What's up? Single leg takedown. Here we go. Oh my God, a fucking judo throw.
He's about to hit that fatality in a second.
They don't have any music for this scene?
It doesn't appear so, unless this particular version took the music out.
I think there was music at the very beginning of the clip here when he was walking up on him.
I can't imagine someone would take the music out and then redub over all of this action, so there must just not have been music for it.
Yeah. Odd choice, but I mean, whatever. If this were me, I would definitely have some like, some crazy ass epic ass music. Oh, the sleeper hold.
Wait, now he's gonna tear the mouth open. I think if the fight's over, it's much longer than I remember it.
Let's see how much time we have. Oh my God, we're only halfway through the fight. Oh my God, he mounted him. He's got the full rear naked.
Oh, there it is.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Tearing the mouth open. Chick can't believe what she's seeing. Neither can I. This is incredible. And it's been even longer since I've seen this than you. I haven't watched King Kong since I was like 10. So. Oh my God. Pretty violent. I don't remember it being this violent. He's dead. Oh yeah, he's flexing. Here we go. Look at him flexing. Yeah. Damn, that was hard. Where was the tree branch? Was that a cut?
That's a different monster. He fights another T-Rex, I think.
Oh, okay. So he fights several T-Rex.
Yeah, and then the humans fight a giant spider, but I think that scene was cut. And then Peter Jackson remade it. But regardless,
so yeah.
That's Kong.
Yeah. So I think it's more of a hybrid in the first one.
Yeah.
He's kind of doing both. And then what was he doing in the 70s?
And the set, I can't remember. It's a guy in a suit, so I think it was
probably walking on.
Yeah, I think it was probably a mix of both in that one as well.
No, I think that in Skull Island, it's kind of a mixture too.
Okay.
I don't
think
think he's. Actually, I do think there is a scene where he's straight up running like a guy. Whereas I think it would probably make more sense for him to always run on all fours because that's how monkeys run.
Yeah.
But if he's walking somewhere, he could walk on his hind feet because you see monkeys walk on their hind legs sometimes. But if they're ever running somewhere, they're doing the all fours thing.
Yeah. So do you prefer this recent Kong or the 2005 Kong?
I actually never watched the 2005 Kong.
Okay.
There was no point to me.
There's no point.
There really isn't. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes when I see that there's a movie being remade, and like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not the biggest. I mean, I like King Kong, but I'm not like a huge fucking King Kong fan. So, he's being remade for the second time, and I'm just kind of in the camp of like, well,
Remade for the second time. This
yeah,
is like
it was
the
remade. Was it the fourth?
Well, it was the original Kong, the 70s Kong.
Yeah.
Then there's the 2005 Kong,
Yeah.
and then there's this Kong.
Well, I saw Kong Skull Island, but that's not really a remake to me.
Well, it's rebooting the Kong.
It's
character.
rebooting, yeah. But it's not really a remake.
Yeah.
Because the story
Is
is
different.
more about Skull Island than him being abducted and taken to New York, where
But that could happen.
that'll
in,
probably happen in King Kong versus
yeah,
Godzilla.
and that's how they meet.
They better take him to Japan.
They could.
But anyways, I feel like that's a good, nice racist thing for them to do.
A nice racist thing.
Yeah, the Japanese, they fucking abducted Kong, not the Americans. The evil Japanese people did it. You know,
Oh, I got you.
you know, like,
Okay.
and
Okay.
they took King Kong.
I thought you were saying the Americans take Kong and drop him off in Japan. So I thought you were saying
That's the equivalent of the nuke, like those
Yeah.
those Japanese are getting out of hand.
so. Kong, primarily a U.S. monster. Most of the original Kong. There were a few Japanese Kong films,
Yeah.
but it's primarily the American monster. And this next and the last poll or whatever we're called, the last part of our game of who did it better, is very American. Last weekend we had a very interesting rendition
Interesting.
of the Star Spangled Banner by Fergie.
I haven't seen it yet. I've only
haven't
seen
seen it?
snippets of it on
Okay,
ESPN.
but you've gotten the gist of it.
Oh, yeah.
So, very controversial performance. So, I'm asking you, between that, who did it better, Fergie or the inaugural WrestleMania singer, Mean Gene Okerlund? Who did it better?
I thought you were going to go with Marvin Gaye on that one, but I should have known that you weren't going to go with Marvin Gaye. Mean Gene.
I'm going to say Mean Gene definitely has the edge. He did what he needed to do. The scheduled person did not show up, so he had to take one for the team, goes out there, gives the quickest version of it I've ever heard in my life. He's like, I'll say, can you see, by the dawn's early light. just like talking.
It's definitely got to be Mean Gene. Because it's Two Nerds a podcast,
Yes.
and we always got Mean Gene's back. Always.
The funniest thing about the Fergie one is, have you seen like the compilation? It's like, it says at the top, it's like when the teacher calls on the kid in the class who can't read to read, and it's just all like the NBA players' reactions, like while the song is going on in the background. It's just all them like holding back laughter.
Yeah, I saw Draymond actually started laughing.
Yeah.
All right, so what else do you have? Anything else?
Well, we just talked about Mean Gene.
Okay.
Elimination Chambers tomorrow. Are you excited at all? Because
No.
I'm not.
No,
But Raw this week was pretty good.
I didn't watch it.
Seth Rollins destroyed everything. Well, now he went. They had like a gauntlet match. Do you know anything about it at all?
No.
No. They had a gauntlet match, and Seth Rollins fucking killed it.
Okay.
He beat Reigns the first round, beat John Cena the second round, and he was in the ring for like an hour and 5 minutes, was like a new Raw record. And then Elias came out and pinned him because he was like tired after those two matches so he could get heat. But like Seth Rollins was like the hero of this show, and people are saying it's the best Raw in like the past few years.
Okay. Well, that's how far back are we going? Because there's been some decent Raws.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, so I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But him and Finn Balor are both in the Elimination Chamber still,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 7-man Elimination
Yeah,
Chamber.
but they lit a fire under Rollins. Has a lot of people thinking he's winning on Sunday.
He's not going to win.
If you have any sense of what's going on, the plan for the past 4 years since WrestleMania 30 was build Brock up, have Reigns take him down.
Yeah.
So
Roman Reigns is winning. He's winning. He's winning.
the only way I can see Reigns not winning this match is
If he dies.
No.
If he dies within the next 24 hours, and they would still put him over. They would drag his fucking dead corpse out there and throw him on top of fucking Seth Rollins, your fucking hero, and have him fucking win the
no,
match.
because I could see Reigns not winning the Elimination Chamber, but still getting added to the main event anyway somehow. Because there's still 2 months until Mania. No, I'm saying Reigns is winning this match. I'm saying the only way Reigns does not win this match is he gets...
It's not a triple threat at Mania. It's not going to be any of those things. It's going to be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns is going to fucking pin him clean in the middle. That's what's happening. That's what's been happening for 4 fucking years, and it's not going to change right now. I know that it's happening. If that doesn't happen, then I'll fucking apologize to the entire planet next week on this very show.
Yeah.
I will swallow my pride next
And
week. It's happening.
My hypothesis is they're lighting this fire under Reigns, so... I mean, under Rollins, so Reigns has someone to feud with after Mania.
So the Shield's done?
Well, Ambrose is out for like 10 months. He got hurt.
They're not going to wait for him?
So the Shield is dead, basically. I mean, since the Shield never had a match, all 3 of them, because everyone was hurt or out, or what. Roman Reigns got a bellyache and missed, and Kurt Angle had to fill in. Like, they never had a match together.
I thought that they did when they thought they had at least one before Ambrose got hurt.
I don't think they did.
But whatever. Anyways, by the way, why can't they do the Freebird rule with the championships?
What do you mean?
Well, Ambrose and Rollins were the tag champions,
Yeah.
right? Why couldn't have Reigns have ever stepped
filled
in and been the other guy?
He didn't. They put in Jason Jordan, and then
Yeah.
he got hurt, so now Seth Rollins has nothing to do. They're rumoring that if they can't get The Rock for Mania, it's going to be Rollins and Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie. That's the rumor, because Rollins has no match, and the story is already there, kind of.
I thought Rousey was going to face either Alexa Bliss or Charlotte.
We'll find out at Elimination Chamber.
Is she in the chamber?
She's signing her contract
Oh.
at the pay-per-view. There's only 4 matches on this show. It's the 2 chamber matches, Broken Matt versus fucking
Woken.
Woken Matt versus Bray Wyatt, and Asuka versus Nia Jax. And Asuka's obviously going over because I can't see her taking a pin in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, Asuka's going to win. Roman Reigns is going to win the men's chamber. And who are the women's chamber participants? Because I was under the impression that no matter what, Ronda Rousey was facing the champion at WrestleMania.
Well, it's a championship match in the chamber.
Oh, okay.
It's for the title. So, like, Alexa's in it, Sasha Banks, what the fuck's her name? Bailey, and then the 2 Paige's 2,
I don't need to hear anymore.
Yeah, that's
Sasha Banks is winning.
Yeah. Because I think Sasha versus Asuka is more marquee than
Did they
Alexa.
did Asuka announce her opponent yet? I heard that she was going after Charlotte.
No, I think... Well, she might be. We don't know. Because we don't know if Ronda's signing a Raw contract or a SmackDown contract.
So she hasn't announced her opponent yet. Some idiot at work told me that fucking... that Asuka was facing Charlotte.
I'm assuming if Ronda signs a Raw contract, Asuka will go to SmackDown. But if Ronda signs on a SmackDown contract, she will face Charlotte. But I know that Sasha and Asuka already kind of have a storyline going. So, I don't know. That's my take on it. Matt Hardy versus Bray, I mean, no one really cares.
Well,
Which
Woken Matt will win.
Which is kind of a shame because I think that they had a lot of potential in this feud and it was just... They didn't do anything.
I'm not a fan of Broken Woken Matt, so I was never excited to begin with. But I think that he'll go over. And those are my predictions, and I think I'll actually hit 100% this year.
Okay.
Anyways, do you have anything else? A poll?
Have you heard about the perpetual stew?
I
saw it
saw
on Twitter.
Emily. I saw Emily.
So basically,
tweet about it.
Basically, our poll should be: would you eat this or not? I don't know, unless you have a poll.
I don't have a poll, but there's no winners or losers in that. Would you eat the perpetual stew or not?
Well, let me.
That's fine because I'm hungry as fuck, and I don't want to look at that anymore.
Well, I'll explain what it is to the viewers. It's a perpetual stew was common in the Middle Ages. It's a stew that's kept constantly stewing in a pot and rarely emptied, just continually replenished with whatever items you could throw in. So,
and this one appears to have a floater.
there appears to be a big black cock in this.
I was thinking it was a turd.
It could be a turd, but so our poll will just be yes or no. Would you eat this stew? And then I'll tweet out the picture. And you will go get food. I have to go babysit. So
Let's just fucking sign off.
let's just sign off.
Do yourself.
The end. Bye.